Welcome to the shop. Today we're talking receivers. We're talking specifically this receiver, and this receiver for $21 on Amazon, DSMX compatible. You can get them for 10 bucks on AliExpress, but does it even work? Would you even use it? Reviews that we all look at say, some say this thing's great, some say it's a piece of crap. I'm not going to put this in my Corsair or my Spitfire or anything that I deem of value that I don't want destroyed. But let's just say I build up a whole bunch of flight test planes and we see if we can launch them through a chipper shredder. This would be kind of cool. Not very expensive. Viral videos, so there's a plus there. So I'm going to test this, but since there's no telemetry, I need some way of figuring that out, and looking at a plane's rudder at 50 paces isn't going to do it for me. So, made up a handy-dandy little deal with a servo, place to put everything, and I'll put it on a tripod. You'll see. Now, I'm going to do that, but I'm also going to test it against the Spektrum AR410 with telemetry, 4-channel. So, telemetry on this one, I can step back 30 paces, 40 paces, 50. And I can look at the RSSI signal and see what the percentage is when it drops when I do that reduced power. And I'm also going to throw this one in just for fun, which is a AR636B, just to think that this one's going to blow everybody else away. So there was something. So the testing that I did, it was interesting. There was one thing in there that really surprised me, and it was when I was testing the AR410. And it was just something that I see everybody do, and it's something we shouldn't do, and I'll point that out.
All right. I've got the test of a AR636. Gonna pull that up here. And I don't know if you'll be able to see this. I'm gonna do call outs on the RSSI. So you'll be able to at least hear me calling those out. I'm also going to try to move the antenna, or at least the placement, to where, typically I fly. But also, if that doesn't work, what's the best I can get out of it by just moving some things around? So I'm going to try to play around with this. All right. So we're good there. So now I'm going to go into range test mode. And I'm in range test mode. I got mowers right next to me. This is great. Hopefully the mic is picking this up. So range test mode, I'm going to go back 30 yards. Right now I'm at 100%. Everything's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 29, 30. So right here, 30. And right now I'm at 100%. I'm going to hit reduce power, and I just dropped down to 92%, holding it the way I normally would hold it. I'm going to rotate some things around. Really, we're still at 95, 90. If I point it down, 98. Point it straight at it, 95. Pretty good. I'm going to go back 10 more. 1, 2, 9, 10. So now I'm back 40 paces, and I'm gonna hit reduce power, 95, 98. I mean, we're 40 paces back. Shouldn't be an issue. I think we're good. I mean, we're great performance out of this receiver. Dual antennas, looks good. I'm getting some fades, but not a big deal at this distance. I'm getting fades off of antenna A, but none off of antenna B. So I thought that's interesting. Okay, so you know what? I'm going to go back 10 more. 1, 9, 10. All right, so now I'm 50 paces. I got 100% before I hit reduce power. Hitting reduce power. And I'm getting some fades. I'm at 97% RSSI, and you probably can't see the flag flying around, but holding it the way that I typically have it, I mean, it's hardly affected at all. I am getting some fades, but no big deal. And it's still functioning great at 50 paces. So good there. Next test is going to be the AR 410. 410 up there. I'm all set up. Everything's working. I'm going to go into range mode just to make sure we're at 100% at this point. Range test, full power, 100%. I'm going to walk back 30 paces. 1, 2, 9, 30. All right, 30 paces. Looks good. I'm at 100%. Reduce power. And I've got it kind of where I would normally hold my radio. And I'm at 72, 79, 76. I'm not getting a lot of fades, interestingly. Whereas before, on the other one, I was getting a lot of fades. And these are all updated firmware. So I'm at 66 right here. Reduce power on the AR410. 66 on RSSI. So now what I'm going to do is go back 10 more. 1, 2, 9, 10. All right, I'm back 40 paces, hitting reduce power, and I'm at 66. Everything's working fine, but you know, now as I mess around, I tell you what, the way I hold it is getting the best, pretty much the best reception. You know, it's funny, holding it straight up like this gets the worst reception. This is what people do when they lose signal. They hold it up to the sky. That's funny. It is the absolute worst. Whereas if I hold down like this, it's the absolute best signal. Funny thing to note. All right, I'm going to go back 10 more. 1, 9, 10, 50. I'm back at 50. I got 100% RSSI on full power. Reduced power, I'm at 60%. Holding it the way I would normally hold my radio, 66. And I'm going to try to mess around with the antenna a little bit. Hold it up like, oh, I'm going to lose my blade. Yeah, we're at 15%, 20%. I mean, that is something I guess I wouldn't have thought of. It's obviously the antenna placement on these radios is well thought out. You know, you're going to get the best reception while you're holding it. So, excellent. I would say that system works pretty well. All right, next. All right, I have the 4100E working like a champ. I'm going to go into range test now, and I'm going to have to just really look at the flag and see how the flag is performing because, well, there is no telemetry. So right now, flag works good. Let's go back 30 paces. 1, 2, 29. Right here, 30 paces. So everything looks good. I'm going to hit reduce power and see what we got. I'm in reduce power mode. And don't know if you can see it. Hopefully you can. The flag's waving. And its response is good. We're going to go back. Let's go back 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 9, 10. Going to go back to the same spot that I did the others at 40 paces. Reduce power. Holding it like I normally would hold it. And looks good. I'm okay. Let's go back 10 more. Clearly, this isn't going to work. 1, 9, 10. 10 more. Looks good there. Now go into reduce power mode. And when you know, it's still working. That's interesting. No telemetry. But from a performance standpoint,
No data.
it's working. The cheapo little receiver is working. Now, no telemetry, no AS3X, none of the cool stuff.
To summarize this test, clearly this guy is going to give you the best results. It's going to cost a little bit more, but don't cheap out and have something like, you know, a lower quality solution in an expensive plane. It'd be, you know, kind of a foolish thing to do. This one will work in a pinch, and it seems like the range was just fine. It doesn't have AS3X or SAFE or any of those things, but it's an inexpensive option. This, I got to say, it actually worked pretty well. I was surprised. Am I going to put it in expensive models? No, but as I'm transitioning from FR Sky to Spektrum on some of my models, there are some that I'm going to want to put something like this in. In fact, one of my old biplanes, my GWS Tiger Moth, has one of these in it, and it's been running pretty well ever since. So there you go. Folks, if you have any questions, leave a comment. If you like what I'm doing, do the like, subscribe, and all the cool stuff. Appreciate it. Take care. Have a great day.